Thank you everyone for coming today. My name is State Representative Erica Thomas, and today is a day that is a little bit different from me. Usually when I'm standing at this podium, I'm helping to defend other people across Georgia. But today, I am sitting here to make clarity and to be very clear about what happened on Friday. I want to make sure that everyone knows that in any way am I backtracking on my statement or am I retracting with anything that I said. On Friday, I was in the grocery store with my 9-year-old daughter, which was supposed to be a joyous occasion because we as a family are teaching her how to be able to get things and buy her own things in the store, and gave her own card. And so we separated our items. She was right behind me. She had her items. I had my items. I was checking out, and a man that I had never seen before, never seen him in the line, I had never seen him, walks up and approaches me and says, "Do you know that you have too many items in this line? Do you know that this is out? This is the item line for 10 items or less?" And I told that man, "I am sorry. I am sorry, sir, but I am 9 months pregnant and I cannot stand for very long periods of time." He then went on to say, "No, what you are is a lazy SOB." I was thrown off guard at that moment. And I looked at him and I said, "You don't know me. You don't know me." And then he said, "Yeah, I know you people. You're ignorant." And that's when he said, and like I said in the thing before, that's when he said and made a reference to, "Go back where you came from." He said it right after he said, "No, I know you people. You're ignorant." And then after that, he kept berating me and harassing me. And that's when I said, and you can see from when the cameras will be put out from Publix, I pointed to the door, and after he said go back, I said, "You go back. You go back. You go out of this grocery store. You get out. You leave me alone. Leave me alone, sir. Leave me alone."
We have witnesses. We are endeavoring to get the videotape. We will release the police report once we have that. And this should have never happened. To have a pregnant African-American female to be berated and called a B repeatedly. Now, there's been a lot of conversation online about a clip that was released by a news company here in Atlanta that was not the full clip. But we want to clarify that at no point in the 14-minute interview did she ever equivocate in what happened. You can go watch the 14-minute clip. You can watch her live. You can watch everything. And you will know that she was berated as an African-American female, called a B, and then the individual came back up, told the story again, equivocated in the story, and then told it again, and in that same press conference called her a B again. People are upset because of the nature upon which she was treated. She was treated as an African-American woman by calling her the B word. In our community, that is the worst thing you can call an African-American woman. And for no one to come to her aid, that's appalling. So at this point, we want to make sure that the media is clear on what happened. We have taken all appropriate steps to contact local authorities. We will continue to cooperate with local authorities. We're asking for Publix to release the surveillance footage, which corroborates what my client is saying, and we're asking for the witnesses to be prepared to testify in court. We would ask the media to be respectful of her time and her condition and the fact that she should be treated like any other citizen who has been verbally attacked. This individual violated Georgia law by placing her in reasonable fear of receiving a violent injury. That is a crime in this state. He also did it in the presence of a child, which is also a crime in this state. So we're asking for law enforcement to act, and to act swiftly. And for all of the individuals that are playing sideline detectives online, we would ask you to investigate all of the clips and wait for the police report and the real investigators to complete their investigation.
In reference to this issue that is going on with Erica Thomas, I really feel like people are missing the root of the issue, which is that we, Black and brown folks in this country, experience vigilante enforcement predominantly from other white people. And what that looks like is this gentleman coming over and feeling like it was his duty to tell her that she should not be in the express lane. Vigilante enforcement is something that this country's had a history of. It is dangerous. You just look back at the Trayvon Martin incident. That was an example of vigilante enforcement where Zimmerman was told not to follow Trayvon Martin and to just leave it alone. And so this vigilante enforcement is really dangerous for Black and brown people. I think what really needs to be understood out of this issue, Erica said that the man told her to go back to where she came from. I believe that he said that, but what's more important is that he should have never approached her. Pregnant or not, he had no business coming over and telling her how to act.